Nigerian clerk writes open letter to Tinubu, warns of impending death calamity for people responsible for Nnamdi Kanu's detention. Welcome back to Biafra News Support Biafra, people of goodwill, Ada Biafra here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. Biafrans, I bring you an update from Sir Reporter saying Nigerian clerk writes open letter to Tinubu, warns of impending death calamity for people responsible for Nnamdi Kanu's detention. We know that some of the flavors from Southeast are no more. Even those that provided their fighter jet, their private jet, they are no more. Likes of Ifeanyi Uba, Iwanyanwon, and Obiozo. These are people that had the opportunity to tell Nigeria government, enough is enough. What is Nnamdi Kanu's crime? We need to know, we want to know what his crime is, apart from asking for freedom of his people. That is the only crime Nnamdi Kanu committed. Nigeria terrorist government desperate quest to stop Biafra. They went as far as Kenya with their complicit pretend to kidnap their own citizen. That his only crime is asking for a peaceful referendum. Let his people choose if they want to go with Biafra. Since 2021, they did not only kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, they tortured him for 8 days before illegally renditioned him back to Nigeria. And nobody is saying anything about that. Nigeria broke international law. It's not like the world don't know about that. But because their pipes are all plugged in Nigeria, they don't want to say anything. For their pipes not to be unplugged or disconnected, they are quiet. But we are here putting them on notice. Nigeria government broke international law, kidnapping a freedom fighter, a British citizen at that. In Kenya since 2021, he was illegally renditioned back to Nigeria. He was tortured in Kenya, renditioned back to Nigeria. They took him to their court, and the Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu of all charges, and Nigeria government refused to release him. So this clerk is telling them about the impending death and calamity for those responsible for his detention. Those responsible for his detention will hear and they feel the heat, which some of the fools that choose to work against their own people are no more. Even the one that provided his private jet, Ifeanyi Uba. These are people that had the opportunity to question Nigeria government. What is Nnamdi Kanu's crime? Apart from asking for Biafra. Biafra was in existence before Nigeria. So why are they scared of Biafra? Why are they always after anybody that talks about Biafra or anybody that mentioned freedom? No, they will not. It's how to continue humiliating their own people, marginalizing their own people, how to help the oppressors to marginalize and humiliate their own people. That is all they're after, just to remain in office. Well, before I continue, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell right beside it to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comment at the comment section, and please tune in once you get notification. So, dear friends, we must continue with this very update. Nnamdi Kanu's only crime is asking for Biafra. He asked for Biafra, a peaceful referendum. Let Nigeria government conduct a referendum. Let the people choose if they want to go with Biafra or remain in Nigeria. That is his only crime. And Nigeria, Fulani government, in their desperate quest to stop Biafra, they connive with some criminal career agitators that millions of Biafrans believed they were working for our freedom. Southeastern politicians. They connive with the Fulanis to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. And the Court of Appeal, when they took him to Zoo Court, the Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him of all charges. And the Zoo Fulani terrorist state refused to release him. So this very clerk writes an open letter to Tinubu, warns of impending death calamity for people responsible for Nnamdi Kanu's detention. So pay attention as we continue. The clerk who stressed that his letter is not a threat to Mr. President, but a message from God, said, if President Tinubu fails to release Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria as a country will experience harsher calamities ranging from economic, political, social woes and problems amongst others. Stress that death is another penalty. Okay. Nigeria cleric and the founder of Peace of Yahweh Synagogue and the Eastern Judaism, Daniel Sunday Onoha, has warned President Bola Tinubu to immediately release the detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to avert death and doom coming to him and others responsible for Kanu's detention. Onoha, in what he said is the second and probably last open letter and the warning to President Tinubu, claims that God directly instructed him to warn the President Tinubu to immediately and unconditionally release Kanu or be ready for death and doom coming to him and everyone that has a hand in Kanu's detention. The clerk, who stressed that this letter is not a threat to Mr. President but a message from God, said if President Tinubu fails to release Nnamdi Kanu as a country, Nigeria as a country will experience harsher calamities ranging from economic, political, social woes, problems, amongst other. Stress that death is another penalty. Honor has said, I am using this time to write to you, Mr. President of Nigeria, in the person of Ahmed Bello Tinubu, on the already existing issue concerning the release of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. This is a kind of open letter to you and to warn you for the second time, as I had warned you on this same issue immediately after the inauguration of your administration last year, 2023. This second letter to you, I pray, may be the last letter warning parole to the release of the subject Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, to avoid impending catastrophe waiting to occur soonest. This is not a threat to you, Mr. President, but a message from the Most High God, Yahweh, which was mandated to me to deliver to you. There is no need telling you the details of how Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, kidnapped by the previous administration of the former President Muhammad Buhari. I presume you know everything concerning the unlawful arrest and detention. The warning was mandated to me, honored by the Most High, to deliver to you, though some of them have taken place, in middle degree, and some are yet to take place. The message runs as follows: that I should tell you to release Nnamdi Kanu, as he is a prophet of the Most High God on a mission to rescue the people of Biafra and also the people of Yoruba Odudua, and whoever tries to stop him will meet a brick wall. The clerk warned that Kanu's continued detention shall bring doom to the persons in particular and the country, Nigeria in general. If you fail to release him, it is like detaining yourself and Nigeria, because Nigeria as a country will experience harsher calamities ranging from economic and political, social woes, problems, amongst others, he said. He said the existing problem in Nigeria now are part of the penalties slated to manifest, but in middle degree. But if you fail to release him, a harsher ones shall come. The only solution to the problem of Nigeria now is release of Nnamdi Kanu from your detention facilities, or he, Chukwokika Biama, will make the economic, political, social problems, etc. of Nigeria harsher than what is obtainable today in the country. That is another penalty. The Most Chukwokika Biama asked me to tell you that there shall befall to those that have hands in detaining, stopping, and refusing to release the prophet of Chukwokika Biama Nnamdi Kanu. Asked me to tell you not to delay further before it is too late. Onoha is warning you, probably for the last time. I also want you to put this warning into action. Let it not be like the warning I gave to CAN President Orisha Jafo in 2011 when I traveled from Akwa Ibom to his church at Owerri Delta State, and also to Warri Delta State, and also to inform Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan at Aso Rock during his administration. Both failed to implement those warnings, and the consequences of that disobedience is why the country is in this bad situation, especially the Easterners. I am solemnly warning you to release Nnamdi Kanu. As I said before, it is not a threat, but as a message from the Most High God to immediately release Nnamdi Kanu. Remember Ejiofor? Remember Ojukwu released Obafemi Awolowo before the war for peace to reign, as he did not ask for any advice to release him. I am solemnly warning you to release Nnamdi Kanu. As I said before, it is not a threat, but as a message from the Most High God to immediately release Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, Ojukwu released Obafemi Awolowo before the war for peace to reign, as he did not ask for any advice to release him. Mr. President, I urge you to listen and hearken to the message of Yahweh delivered to you through me, the servant of the Most High, honor of the peace of Yahweh synagogue and Eastern Judaism with the Levite. I am only a servant and a messenger of God, Yahweh. I advise you to act fast to avoid the upcoming calamities, disaster that shall befall you and the country, Nigeria. Okay. This is coming from a cleric, from should I say pastor of Yahweh synagogue and Eastern Judaism to Tinubu. Nnamdi Kanu has been in DSS dungeon. Even when Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him of all charges, they refused to release him. And nobody is talking about Nigeria government broken international law, kidnapping a British citizen, a freedom fighter from Kenya. They went as far as Kenya. Without due process, they kidnapped him, tortured him for 8 days, and illegally renditioned him back to Nigeria, took him to Nigeria Zoo Court, and he defeated them there. Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him. They are holding Nnamdi Kanu hostage because court discharged and acquitted him. The reason we said we gave those fools from Southeast vote of no confidence, they are the ones that are supposed to challenge Nigeria government. Now that court have discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, why are they still holding him? But no, you see those fools running around on how to stop sit at home, on how to stop Biafrans talking about Biafra exit from that zoo. They don't want to do what their people are requesting for. They want their people to keep quiet and not to talk about Biafra. They don't want their people to talk about Biafra. They want their people to keep quiet and continue being killed, marginalized, and terrorized. They want Biafrans to close their mouths so that Biafra land will continue being bombarded. Instead of them to face Nigeria government and tell them to their faces, Zoo Fulani Caliphate, you people broke international law by kidnapping our son, our brother from Kenya. They kidnapped him in Kenya and they renditioned him illegally back to Nigeria. And Malami said, oh, they collaborated with Interpol. And Interpol later, they did not make any comment then. It was when people keep asking, why did Interpol not say anything? Did they really connive with the Nigerian government to kidnap him? And then I say, oh, they know nothing about Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. But this is kidnap. Well, this is a very clear message. The earlier they realize that they can't stop Biafra, the better for them. If you fail to treat the surrendering Biafrans well, their children will rise and fight again. If they think we are playing, this generation of Biafra, they are playing, they should keep dreaming. Holding Nnamdi Kanu will not stop the exit of Biafrans from that zoo. And the Hamadika will be released. Just they don't know what Chukwokika Biama is planning to do to that zoo. If you are from just ranting under our post, you know what Chukwokika Biama is about to do to that very zoo? They will close their mouth. The more they delay the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the more calamities, confusion. Descent on Aso Rock, redescent on Aso Rock. Nigeria end as a Babylon empire in kidnapping of Ahamadike. Nigeria ends as Babylon empire in kidnapping of Ahamadike, Nnamdi Kanu. Have they carried the Russian flag in Nigeria before? Tinubu and Buhari, they are all the same. They all work together. Just they don't want to hear that truth. They don't want to hear that truth. Well, dear friends, I don't have anything to add to this very message. It's very clear. It's up to them to listen. Because Chukwu Kikabema will so deal with Dazu. He will so deal with Dazu, and he's already dealing with Dazu. You can't kidnap his messenger and expect peace. Nnamdi Kanu's only crime is asking for freedom. Conduct a referendum. It is not saying, oh, Nigeria must go with Biafra or all Nigerians must go with Biafra. He said, conduct a referendum. Let the people choose if they want to remain in Nigeria or go with Biafra. They turned his call for freedom to war. They went as far as Kenya. Nigeria broke international and nobody is saying anything about it. He has been in DSS dungeon upon appeal court discharging acquitted him of all charges. Then nobody is saying anything. Those flay fools are not doing anything. Look at Ifan Yoba that provided his fighter jet. Why am I calling it fighter jet? Private jet. Where is it today? Iwanyamu, where is it today? Obiozo, where are they today? They are no more. And these are flay fools that had opportunity to righten their wrongs. They said no. They continue following the path of sabotage. Look at how they ended. Well, dear friends, I'll stop here. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comment at the comment section. Thank you all. Our Madike will be released unconditionally. And those enemies will hide their faces in shame.